All right, so you're wondering, how much does it cost to live in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, right? Well, this video, we're going to be talking about all of the costs of living right here in the Myrtle Beach area. My name is Jerry Pincus, and I'm a local Myrtle Beach real estate broker. My team of experts is here to help you avoid the pitfalls that are costly. So if this is your first time here, I just want to say welcome aboard. This channel is packed with information about helping you when you're moving to the Myrtle Beach area. So if that's what you're looking for, I just want to make sure that you tap that subscribe button below, because whenever we have new videos like this that come out, you'll be alerted. So my team is not only going to tell you what you want to hear, but they're also going to tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if that's okay with you, give me a thumbs up. Now this video, we're going to cover the cost of living when you buy a home, a condo. You'll talk about groceries, insurance, and lots of really helpful stuff. So let's get started with what really everybody wants to know. Housing prices continue to rise everywhere in the nation, but here in Myrtle Beach, North Myrtle Beach, Garden City, Surfside Beach, Murrells Inlet, Pawleys Island, Conway, South Carolina, Loris and Long, South Carolina, that makes up the entire Grand Strand area. So this area features some of the lowest cost oceanfront property in the nation. And when you consider the most affordable towns in other cities like North Carolina and parts of South Carolina, it's a bargain. Myrtle Beach is also a bargain when compared to towns like Charleston, South Carolina, or Hilton Head, South Carolina. So Myrtle Beach has seen a lot of growth, and that's because of its affordability. When you look at the average prices of homes in other cities in the United States, Myrtle Beach really gives a lot of value. And Myrtle Beach also, cost of living is about 10% cheaper than the U.S. average. The cost of living in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. So if we look at this in comparison to the rest of the United States, then in comparison to South Carolina itself and Myrtle Beach. So overall, Myrtle Beach, if the United States is at a 100% the average, South Carolina is below average cost of living, and Myrtle Beach is even lower. Groceries are even lower than the average in the United States. Healthcare is lower than the average in the United States, and housing for sure is lower than the average in the United States. Now this is an up-to-date and accurate reading on what houses cost, but an average new build, all construction, $273 in in Myrtle Beach. South Carolina, it's $292, and the national average is $355. So we're below that. Now, if we get to condos, obviously we have condos that are like in the 150s here. You can also get homes that are less than this, and you can also get homes that are more expensive, depends on location and square footage and size. But like, you can get $1 million house or you can get a lower priced house. But this is the average, so I want you to know that. Utilities are a little bit more than the national average, but transportation costs are much less. And the reason for that is because gas is lower cost. And miscellaneous, those are the things that you buy outside of that. It's about average with the United States. Okay, so we talked about what the costs are for getting into a home, right? Now let's talk about what the average monthly costs are for all of your utilities. So going to be about $150 a month, and that's for electric, water, and sewer. And now if you're in a bigger house, an average electric bill might run $152 a month. We have a lot of warmer climate here during the winter months compared to other parts of the nation. So during the summer months, your air conditioner will run a little bit more. We're taking averages. And if you have a larger home, it's going to run a little bit more during the summer compared to, let's say, the fall and the spring. Now, water and sewer bills. Residential customers who use about 7,500 gallons of water per month, that's a family of 4, pays about $18 to $30 for water and sewer. Trash. City of Myrtle Beach residents, free trash pickup, it's included. County residents, you have options. There's a bunch of different companies to choose from, but they all seem to range around $25 a month. That's unless you have it in your HOA. Now, let's add internet. It runs about $45 to $50 a month, which tends to be less than the national average. So when you look at condos and HOAs all of these fees may be included, so you really have to consider all of your options, because when it's bundled like this, it could really be a bargain when you compare it to paying all those bills individually. Okay, so you're living in your house, you're paying your mortgage, your electric, your water, your sewer, and your internet. Now what? How do you get around town? How much does it cost to get around town? Gas. Some of the lowest prices in the nation are in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. We average about 15% less costs per gallon here in Myrtle Beach than other parts. So currently gas right now is $2.29 as I make this video. But I'll let you know what prices are currently if you make a comment below. Okay, so now we know how to get around town. Doesn't that make you hungry? So here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, we have over 1,700 restaurants, and the average meal at a decent restaurant is going to be right around 40 bucks a couple. And if you're adding beer or spirits, it might cost you a little bit more. We have national chain restaurants here, but we also have some super great local restaurants. So whether you like Italian or German or Mediterranean, Middle Eastern, Chinese cuisine, or seafood, there's a lot of buffets here, or traditional American, there's something for every single taste. And we also have a lot of local breweries and pubs that are really popular with the locals. Now, if you're going to be making homemade meals, our grocery prices here are a little bit under the national average as well. So you're going to be keeping a couple more bucks in your pocket when you're shopping at the grocery store and move here. Another great thing about the Myrtle Beach area is that we're a tourist town area. And so a lot of locals get to enjoy all of the things that are here right in our backyard without having to travel too far. And an added plus is the accommodation taxes that are paid for by tourists that are staying at hotels go towards our infrastructure, which really keeps our local property taxes extremely low. You know, my team has shown people who are moving here what their property taxes will look like, and they say, you know, it's $700 or $1,200. People are saying, well, what is that per month? And no, that's per year. So savings can be huge when you're comparing it to property taxes you were paying somewhere else if you were living in the Northeast, or even Florida's high property taxes. You know, South Carolina is super tax friendly towards retirees too. This area is on many top places to retire lists. And also, South Carolina does not tax your Social Security. If you have other retirement pension income, it's taxed, but it's treated very favorably. South Carolina might be one of the best places to retire on the entire East Coast. It boasts a pleasant and mild climate, beautiful beaches, one of the lowest cost of living in the nation, and the cost of living compared to the national average is around 10% below average. Healthcare costs are also below the national average. So it doesn't mean that, you know, your quality is going to be lower for healthcare. It means, in fact, that here in Myrtle Beach, like for instance, the Grand Strand Hospital, it's ranked as one of the top heart hospitals in the nation. So we have state-of-the-art medical facilities throughout the entire Grand Strand. And I can share with you my personal experience. I have two older parents in their 80s, 90s, and received incredible service from every one of these facilities on the Grand Strand. And we also have a brand new state-of-the-art VA medical center over at the Market Common. It just opened up. On the cost of living in many states and cities all around the United States, and many are considerably more expensive to live in when you're comparing it to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Okay, so the median income here, I want you to know, is below the national average, but that's all relative because the cost of living here is also much lower. And in many ways, the jobs here are all related one way or the other to tourism industry. We have another video here on this channel that's about jobs, and you can check that out too. Now, I really want to give you an understanding of the Myrtle Beach area because, you know, when you're looking at Myrtle Beach, you're thinking maybe it's just downtown Myrtle Beach or the beach area. But there's so many other suburbs and sub-cities outside of our area. So let's take a look at this map and really show you the difference between all of these. Myrtle Beach is just the ocean front, and you know the things that you do when you're on vacation, but Myrtle Beach is not just downtown. There is a lot of geography here. There's actually 65 miles of beach here, and so I want to show you this whole area and give you some ideas. You have the Forest Brook area, which is off west of the Intercoastal Waterway, Socastee area, Carolina Forest, which is almost a big town to itself because there's so many subdivisions that are here. And then if we go further out, we look at Conway, okay? And Conway is a huge area. We have Coastal Carolina University there. We have the Eastern Conway section and then Western Conway all the way out here. But I do want to let you know, if we're looking at Myrtle Beach, it keeps going from Myrtle Beach. There's a lot of great areas like Grand Dunes. There's a lot of golf courses. Of course, there's North Myrtle Beach. And I'm just showing you, zoomed out, what it looks like, but there's so many subdivisions and communities in between all of these areas. So it goes all the way up to the North Carolina line, Little River, Cherry Grove, and then goes further out, all the way out to Loris and Longs. Here's Longs. Here's Loris, which is a town to itself, back to this Conway area. And then if we go further south, okay, we have Surfside Beach, Garden City, Murrells Inlet, and Pawleys Island. So the geography here is a lot more than just the small little beach town that you may think that you know. There are so many different communities and so many different small little subdivisions that both large and small, we want to show you when you come to Myrtle Beach so that you understand the whole area, not just the small area that you think that you might have known. So, I want to let you know that there's hundreds and hundreds of communities, whether they're new or existing communities, large or small subdivisions all across this area. So not all of them are equal. You know, some of them are good and others are just average and others are way above average. But we want to make sure that you are avoiding the pitfalls that are costly. So my team knows this entire Grand Strand area like the back of their hand. We're local and we can show you what to look for, what's being built, where road systems are going, what areas are having flooding, what areas have heavy traffic at different times of the year. We can show you all this. And this is what we do. We do it every day and we're really good at it. So reach out to us. We can answer the many questions that you may have. And if you're thinking about moving here to the area or investing in Myrtle Beach area, give us a call. Reach out by phone, email, or even a carrier pigeon. So we've got your back when you're moving here. Just want you to know that. We would love to help you, and we will answer any of your questions that you may have, even if it's questions that you may not even have thought about yet, because there's a lot of those types of things. This area is growing, and it's easy to understand why, because there's so many advantages. But we want you to enjoy your next new home as much as we enjoy helping you and serving our clients. So I hope you're having enjoyed this video, and I hope you're having a great day. Comment below. Let me know if you've ever visited the Myrtle Beach area, or if you agree or disagree with any of the stuff that I've said. Love to hear your comments. And make sure that you do click that subscribe button. As I said before, we do a ton of helpful videos here that are all about real estate in the Myrtle Beach area. So until the next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.